So we can basically
nothing was more polished than that Charlie album Max B put out. So I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Oh, word.
What?
Word, bitch. Word.
Did Charlie drop? When did that drop?
Charlie dropped in July, nigga. Shut up, yo.
when that dropped.
Charlie dropped in July, nigga.
When that dropped. When that dropped is hilarious. When that dropped.
When that dropped.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Hey,
that's the way you said it.
Yeah,
like,
I don't care, bitch.
I didn't know. Hey, politics and hip hop, man. Let's talk about it though, real quick, man. Hip hop and politicians.
Because by the time, because to be honest, when the election on
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
So when this drops,
it'll be the day before.
No.
Yeah.
We're dropping this on Monday.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna drop this on Monday. So we have a little talk right before the day before the election happens. Hey man, a lot's going on, lots happening. And we're gonna keep it hip hop. We're gonna keep it music. We're gonna keep it. And we could talk celebrities as well. And I wish Jay was here because I wanted to go back and forth with him because the question that I had was.
See, now that Jay's not here, the whole conversation changes.
Yeah, it's not.
It's almost like us preaching to. It's almost like us preaching to ourselves. We don't give a fuck about what Lil Wayne got to say about Donald Trump.
That's a fact. That's
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Big ass cardigan sweater he had.
What's up with him? I don't know.
That nigga, he gone like yay. Like them niggas is gone, and I'm told you they are not themselves anymore.
I'll say this.
That's it. Like it is what it is. They're not, Wayne is that is not the same Dwayne Carter that grew up in the hood in New Orleans anymore, yo. He's not the same person.
Well, wait a minute. Lil Wayne has been rich since he was 11. So I don't really think Lil Wayne can remember a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne 37. He probably been rich since he about
right. He's been 35? I wouldn't say rich, but Birdman has been taking care of him.
Well, rich and well, yeah. Now you think about it, you could consider Lil Wayne like a child actor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they always come out nuts.
Because even if he wasn't rich, Hot Boys was popping when he was like, what, 17?
He was older than that. Younger than that. I was like
16?
Younger than that.
Like 15.
Yeah.
Hot Boys, he was younger than 16?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I remember stories, they wouldn't let him in the club. He had to wait on the bus while they was getting their thing on. Like he couldn't go into no clubs. Yeah,
so I take to Flaw's point, I take that back. That is Wayne.
Like he come from the struggle, but he don't know no struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even if
he hasn't struggled in a long time,
in over 2 decades.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's not a good example. Then, Wayne is himself.
We've seen multiple clips of Lil Wayne when asked about Black Lives Matter, and he's been consistent with how he feels about it.
Yes,
we've seen Wayne say his life matters to his bitches. We've seen Wayne. We've seen Wayne.
Oh, you have to admit that is hilarious.
We've seen Wayne do a lot of. Sometimes outside of rapping, you go, "What the fuck is this guy on?" Whether it be his fashion statement, whether it be his desire to pick up a skateboard. Because let's keep it funky. It took people from the hood a while to get familiar with that skateboard rock star life. That's not what we grew up on.
Yes. You
can respect their music, but we're not.
When he start coming out with leopard pants on and shit, niggas really starting to question him. Like, what's up with him? You know what I mean?
I don't mean to correct you, sir, but those were not pants.
Leggings, whatever those were. They was tights.
Those was like.
Well, that's what I mean.
It was like a leopard leotard.
To Flaw's point, when he starts
daughters be wearing.
Hey, yo, this nigga had on
stirrups at the bottom.
This nigga had on snow boots, front seat at the Miami gang. We in Miami, fam. And you got on snow boots. Nobody wants to talk about that.
He might have swag from Nova Scotia somewhere.
Nah, bro. Even you. Hey, yo, Ant. Wait.
Nova Scotia?
Wait. Let's just listen. We in Trenton, right? We in New Jersey, right? Let's just say it was a bad snowstorm, which we get some of those, and we go hit Miami. Are we not going to hit the hotel or the Airbnb and switch clothes first?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You already know.
All right, then. Nigga, we ain't about to hit the beach in no Timbs and nothing like that unless you don't have a pair of flip-flops or whatever.
I mean, honestly, to your point, I think he's been rich so long that he doesn't care anymore.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. If I'm worth 100 and something million, nigga, I wear chicletas, bitch, to the Grammys or some shit, nigga. I don't care.
Remember how we talk about like the richest white person will have on like absolutely nothing, like he at that stage, like at a certain point, niggas don't care no more, yo.
But the question that I wanted to bring up is, do musicians affect elections? Like, what does Lil Wayne taking a picture with Donald Trump mean to anybody?
Because he still got fans, bro, in that 18 to 29-year-old demographic, bro. Believe it or not, he still does. And little niggas still, look up to him. People still look up to him. So he has the power to influence some votes. Those votes count.
Sometimes it's hard not to think like me, where sometimes you got to take you out of you. Because I'm sitting here like, and I do this every election. If
I got something to say about that. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Do you care who the Lil Wayne fan is voting for?
No, what I'm saying to you is, if Lil Wayne can influence you on who to vote, I wouldn't want none of those. That's just me. Like, if you guys are undecided.
I guess my real question is, for the hardcore, quote unquote, Lil Wayne fans, to me, they're either not going. I don't think that he is in the demographic that we care about their voting status. To me,
well, no. I don't care.
I don't know.
I think that when it comes to Wayne, 50, Ice Cube, there's a lot of artists to where when election time comes, artists like to step out and say, "Hey, this is who I'm voting for." And if you're any one of those people who are waiting to see who your favorite artist is voting for, I think there's something a little off with you. I'm just not a fan of that. And so I want to talk about how impactful is a celebrity during election time. Because I think a lot of times we only rock with people that we agree with.
I think it depends on the celebrity.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think it depends on the celebrity. Like, I think, remember when Diddy started the voter die shit? I think like his audience, can be like mature enough and smart enough to vote, regardless of who they vote for. Those seem like, I don't think like Wayne's demographic are the people that we care about who they vote for some reason.
Yeah, but I think Diddy. See, here's my thing.
To me, they either not going to vote, or I don't know. They're not going to vote down. I don't see them voting Republican just because they said, like, we're talking about like a 21-year-old trap fan.
Okay,
like,
so you're
not gonna, I don't see them going to the poll and voting Trump just because Wayne did it.
So why go up there then?
I'll go one step forward. Well, I think that they think that that it works. Here's my thing. I was in the gym earlier, and I'm watching them talk about how Donald Trump and Biden is having these rallies, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why are they still doing rallies? If people are going to your rally, more than likely those are the people that's going to vote for you anyway.
Right. Exactly.
Why are we having rallies? You get what I'm saying?
I never get that either.
A lot of the stuff that these politicians do are old and dated. So having Lil Wayne shake hands with Donald Trump means what?
I mean, to be honest, you ever see the audience at a rally on either side?
They're all
old white people.
Well, we got
already ready to vote for the person that they came to see.
Right, and I'm not even talking about like just Republican. Even on the Democrat side, it's still like middle age.
Yeah,
white people at those rallies. Like, ain't no niggas at them rallies. Like, we got shit to do. Like, I'm not going to a rally. I'm gonna just vote for that nigga and move on.
If I was a campaign manager, I'm telling my candidate, get on social media, because that's where we're at. So the people that's undecided. Okay, yeah.
There has been, though.
Say that shit, yo. Word is life. But the last good campaign we saw was the Obama campaign for his re-election, yo. Now, I mean, they went to social media. They go ahead, bro.
Well, I'm about to say both of them have been, though. Both at least on Twitter. On Twitter, Biden and Trump tweets every day. Like, they tweet.
And then you look on YouTube, they got ads out the ass on YouTube.
Yeah, like, so they doing that. Like, every time I look on fucking YouTube, I get a message that I can't skip.
Both of their campaigns is trash, though. Like, if you think about it, bro, they haven't ran good campaigns. Both of them been shitty. The whole
shitty.
I'm saying this. I wouldn't do no rallies. You're already voting for me. I'm not about to come to this little town in Philadelphia. Bro. Fuck them. That's just me.
You trying to get their vote?
Fuck them.
I live in PA, right? So so we be getting local news and stuff. You know, Trump had a rally. Yes, I mean, was it today? Either today or yesterday, and he left people out in the cold.
Yeah,
he didn't come out.
Was how, no, he came out. They were supposed to have it was supposed to be in this big field or whatever. So they had you only can park because it's the president of the United States. You only can park a certain distance, and then you're supposed to have shuttles that take you from the spot where you parked at to the part where the rally is at, right? It's 3 miles. They left them niggas at the rally and did not shuttle them back to their cars. So everybody, people would have to go
niggas
to the hospital.
Stranded.
And this was last night when it was 40-something, 30-something degrees. So it was people going to had to call the ambulance because they had hypothermia. People was freezing outside. Last night. This happened last night.
So he got a shuttle to them from where they parked their cars 3 miles to where the spot was at.
Right. And left
them there.
Right. Yeah. They didn't shuttle them back.
Wow.
Hundreds, 1,000 people, hundreds of people.
Wow. They said, all right, so we done. Let's go.
But I'm pretty sure they were all white people, middle age, so I don't care.
It's a fact. Now, I'm smart enough, intelligent enough to understand that the parties are based on, some of them are, a lot of it is based on taxes and, what can this party do for you? Now, a lot of people are saying if you vote for Trump, you're a racist, but I'll be honest with you. A lot of people aren't voting because of the stuff he said and done.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true at all.
Yeah, nobody's voting on that. Nobody's really thinking about that. Now, if you think about it, you might get you mad. But a lot of the stuff is based on, taxes and, what can you do on the big scale of things, COVID, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So a tax, I don't know what to call it, but basically Biden's tax plan allegedly got leaked. And in it said that he was going to charge, rich people 60-something%, 62%. And that got 50 Cent to say, oh, fuck that, I'm voting for Trump. And then all the people say, oh, you sell out, you sell out. I looked at it and said, if I got money and you want to tax me 60%, why would I vote for it?
Bruh.
That's okay.
Bruh, I see. It's only people that don't have money.
That's a fact.
That say shit like that. If you're a multi-millionaire, if I got $2 million and they go,
you want to take 62 from me?
Are you out of your fucking mind? You goddamn right. I'm voting for Trump. I don't care what he says. You know what I'm saying? That's nuts.
Shit. That's what
exactly. Not only if you vote Republican, not only do you get they not going to do the 60% tax thing, you actually get an extra tax break if you're a millionaire. Mm-hmm. So of course, people that actually have money are not going to vote for a Democrat. They do that on purpose. That's why they win elections.
That's a fact. And
I don't think we realize how many people, even the people in our demographic that's not rich enough to do that, they will still vote. They will still vote against them.
Mm-hmm.
It's people voting against their own interests that makes no sense to me.
That's a fact. And that's how, and that's a fact. And we got to think one day we're going to be some big ballers in this game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're young, you go, oh man, they're the Democrats and the Republicans. The Democrats are for us. But what happens if Barz N Shotz or any business that, we are into takes off next year and we get caught up in that plan? You get what I'm saying? So we got to think hey, one day we're not going to be on this side of the spectrum. And we got to go, hey, this what makes sense for me. We're not this at the end of the day, Trump could say what he wants and Biden can say what he wants. When it comes down to November 2nd in the election, a lot of people are going to vote on 2 to 3 things. And it has nothing to do with, it has a little bit, because you got some people that say, oh man, Biden did this bill in the 90s and Trump wanted to lock up was Central Park 5. Yeah, but
why would people with money care about that?
They don't. They're not even thinking. And it's not that they don't care, but you're not thinking about that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be thinking about that.
You're not thinking about that.
That was in the 90s.
Exactly.
You wouldn't think about that. And don't get me wrong, I don't think either one of these candidates should be president of the United States.
That's a fact.
I'm voting for Biden because I'm not rich.
Yeah. And I think that we need to keep that energy. I think we need to keep that energy instead of the, psyching people out 2 days before the election on some, both of them are evil. Let's not do that again, which we know. You don't have to say that, but we know that. So when this election is over, then let's get to work on building up the team that the president's going to have to answer to. Those are the people. Those are the people we need to get in office.
Right.
The senators, the all them seats. We need to work on that. Yeah, our local governments. Like we need to work on that. Now that we got Biden and Trump, you got to pick. And then after it's done, then let's put our boots on the ground and get the right people in office. So when they do get in office, the people that are actually voting for us to, because what's the stimulus package that we might get, might not get? You know who's voting for that? We don't even know who's voting for that. We don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We don't know none of those people.
Nancy Pelosi, that's the only name I know. She the head.
Right, because she's the face. Right, she's the face.
And then hold on, right? Obviously, the poor people are the ones who want the stimulus package. Trump said, we'll talk about a stimulus package after I win the election.
Pretty much.
So that should show you that all of this is about money and people don't realize that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't.
Yeah, so I really don't see the purpose of any celebrity coming out saying what they, who they are for. To me, it doesn't matter. If you're one of those fans or if you're one of those people who are waiting for The Rock, whoever to come out and say, hey,
The Rock,
well, yeah, because he came out a few days ago and said he's voting for Biden and he got killed on social media. But
The Rock is a polarizing figure, period. You know what I mean? So
I said this a long time ago. The Rock is one of those raceless type of people because he's like Samoan and black, but he doesn't look like nobody. So everybody can relate to him because technically he's a black man, but even white people aren't afraid of him because, you know what I'm saying? He's one of them. So when you pick a side, it breaks some people heart because The
Rock is one of them dudes that pick a side when it's convenient for him to pick a side, man. For real.
Yes.
Sometimes he want to be black, other times he want to embrace his Samoan side and shit.
When does he want to be black? I'm still waiting to see that.
I'm saying, like, he's celebrating his father and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does that a little bit. Like, I have seen what N is saying a little bit.
Bro, I've seen it a bunch of times, bro.
Okay.
Like, culture-wise, he'll even tweet something. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, yeah, you ain't Baby from Cash Money. You The Rock. You a light-skinned nigga that used to wrestle.
He
the only nigga that used to wrestle, used to beat people up and non-threatening. Makes sense of that.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like he's one of those guys where nobody is threatened by him. He still represents black people. He still represents Samoan, and he still looks like a white man in a sense. He has no fit. Like
The Rock is still whooping nigga ass though in real life.
Hold on, but that's the problem. And he says he looked like a white man, but he the biggest thing on earth, nigga. Now I'm saying like he will whoop somebody's ass, but he's non-threatening because white people do not find him threatening. Right. It's a reason for that.
Right.
Unless a tape of him in the elevator pop up.
White people will find Ant more threatening than The Rock. Does that make sense?
I mean, they got to, bro. They have to.
I understand that, but that nigga like a good 6'5".
He's 6'6". Yeah, like she biggest man.
With like 3% body fat. Don't nobody give a fuck about
that. 5'7", bitch. I weigh $165.
I don't think if you found
they'll clutch their purse on you, Ant.
You can find a video of The Rock beating the shit out of anybody in the elevator, and it'll be made light of because he's landing smackdown on some Rudy Poo. Right. He will do no wrong.
Solange whooped Jay-Z ass, right? She's more threatening than The Rock to people. Let's talk about that.
Nah, put some respect on The Rock name, man. For real.
No, this is respect.
Put some respect on Solange name. Nigga.
No, this is respect. We're telling you The Rock is like, when he say he's the people champion, I take that to the heart. He is the people.
To be honest, you really can't get no more gangster than that. Because gangster ain't about being physical. Like him not being threatening makes absolutely no sense.
He would.
If you think of American history, him not being threatening is ridiculous.
He would, because that's how Barack Obama became president in a sense. He showed them that he was not threatening.
Right.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. Yeah, he didn't show his true.
Once they realized he was cool.
Flaw, you was talking about The Rock running for president.
Which he still might do. That's exactly what I'm saying. He's going to push Barack out of the way as that guy.
Yeah, he's going
because everybody loves him.
Who would you rather vote for? The Rock or Cory Booker?
The Rock.
I'm voting for The Rock, nigga. The Rock. And when I vote, I'm gonna put the people's eyebrow up when I vote for that nigga.
First of all, he got so much bread. He gonna put so much bread into his campaign. Bitch, he gonna blow him out the water with just the campaign trail alone. Just campaigning.
I'll disagree with that, Ed.
What?
I don't think he's going to put a dime in his own campaign.
To be honest, I don't think you can. Like, I think rich people.
Who you think could generate more money, though, is what I'm saying. So,
The Rock.
On their campaign trail.
Generate a lot of money.
So with that money, he'll be able to do more. You feel me? As far as campaigning, and plus he more charismatic. Like, he don't know shit about politics, but
that's another thing.
That don't matter.
The Rock would be, well, that's the thing. You don't got to know nothing. Trump knows nothing.
That shit don't matter.
Nothing.
Yeah.
All you got to do is put the people around you to know. Mm-hmm. I'll say this.
We learned that the hard way.
Ronald Reagan, he ain't no shit.
Well, yeah. But no, at least Reagan was a politician before he became president.
He's still, okay.
Trump came from, like, Studio B to the fucking president.
You know what I'm saying? To the Oval Office.
At least Reagan went from Studio B and then became, like, a fucking governor or senator or something for a little bit. Like Trump ain't do shit.
He had the host of a reality TV show become president. And also...
Right.
How ill-advised Trump sounds when he talks, and Joe Biden don't sound too better. He's always stumbling over his words. You follow that up with 8 years later, because Biden might get 2 terms, and he's not going to run against Biden.
He might not even make 2 terms, bro.
But still, I'm just saying, imagine the how refreshing it would be for The Rock to run a well-spoken, non-threatening man that really represents the people, like Barack Obama.
For one thing about that, though, I don't think he's going to be able to run right now, though. It's going to take another 8 years, because I think it's by design that Kamala Harris is the vice president, because I think Biden's going to become president.
He going to die.
Kamala Harris, well, I don't know about all that, but I think Kamala Harris will naturally become the next
choice candidate,
and she will be not only the first woman, she will be the first black woman. I think they're doing this by design. They picked her for a reason, not just to become like a.
They grooming her.
Yeah, they're doing that for. They want her to become. She's the best. She's another non-threatening Negro that can be the face of the party that people
exactly white husband.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and she's a lawyer just like Barack Obama. So what is the difference between her and Barack Obama, other than her like being a lawyer? I think he was a defender. She was a
I'll say this,
a prosecutor.
Other than
she
that,
hasn't really had no
other than that, they're the same person.
She hasn't had any senator experience like he did, like on that side. So the highest she went politically was what the Attorney General, right?
No. She's Senator Kamala Harris right now.
She's senator of California.
She's a senator, one.
Oh shit!
I'll say this.
Let me fact check that, sir.
I'll say this.
I could be wrong.
The only issue I have with that, Jarrell, is that's the same thing they did with Hillary Clinton. She thought she was a slam dunk. Now, the one thing that the one thing that America was scared of was a black man being president, but one thing that scared them more was a woman.
Yeah. Kamala is the senator of California.
Okay.
In 8 years, things can change.
So she's the woman Barack.
But as of right now, a woman running this country will send. I'm just saying, look what they did to Hillary. They could not stand to see a woman in the seat.
There's a difference, though. Hillary, people hated Hillary. She's not a likable person. She shouldn't have ran for vice president. She shouldn't have ran in the first place. Biden should have ran. Biden said he didn't want to run, so she had to. Who else would have ran? Because remember, Biden was vice president for 8 years. Mm-hmm. Naturally, he was supposed to run for the president, and he didn't want to. Like, he was tired. So she ran, and she lost because she's not liked. Like, she won the popular vote, but in the states that, remember, Trump won for the electoral college. He didn't win the popular vote, but in those states, they hated her, yo. Mm-hmm. In those states, not only was she was like an old white, they hated her. That she wasn't liked enough in those states. That's why he won the electoral college, not the popular vote.
All right. So, hey, man, when this episode drops, it'll be election day eve, the eve of election day. And by the time you hear your boys again, we'll have either a second term president or a new president.